Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily UPSC MCQ series. In the evening these lessons are coming and all important sources we are referring here. So keep this compilation with you. PDF you're getting daily on this Facebook group which I am providing you here, and the Telegram channel is also there. So both these sources are important. Please use them. A lot of help is there for the exams and all, and these questions are extremely important and relevant, and keep following them religiously. Pocket News app is trending on Google Play. You can download that. Regarding these courses, the description is given below the video. You can call on these numbers and the chat section is available here on this website. You will here get the PDFs, and the Telegram channel's link you will also find there. On Instagram also you can follow me. And first question is regarding district mineral foundations, DMFs. This question was asked in Prelims 2016, and it's an important one because you see in 15 an important amendment act came. First act was there regarding that in 1957, and then this amendment act came, MMDR Amendment Act 2015. There they established these district mineral foundations. Funds were made available, and you see main aim was not to raise the revenue district wise. It was regarding the welfare of the people who are affected due to these mining activities and all in these local areas. So that's why second statement is wrong and first is correct. Only one is the right answer here, because this act established these district mineral foundations. Okay, you can see non-profit trusts these things are, and you see the mining is the state subject, but the allotment and all these things are done by center. So the directions are given by the central government, as well as they give it regarding the hydrocarbon explorations and all. So although this is a state subject, but center's control is certainly there. So the jurisdiction will be there for the state government for these DFCs. And you see an important scheme called Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, PMKKY. That was also attached with this, and the funds which are there in this DMFs, that will be used for these important welfare areas in the local conditions where these people are living. They are affected by these mining activities and all, because mainly these are tribal people, mainly these are very backward people, villagers and all. So they are heavily affected by these, and many disease the local people they get out of that. So all the welfare is needed there, and for that these DMFs were created. Now recently it was amended in Chhattisgarh. So Chhattisgarh became the first state in a country to amend the DMF rules. And these are the important amendments there, and sustainable livelihood is the main specified goal there. Okay, next, National Pension Scheme for Traders and Self-Employed Persons Yojana, which we can call it Laghu Vyapari Mandhan Yojana. You see these Mandhan Yojanas, they have various types, like the Kisan Mandhan Yojana was there, and the Laghu Vyapari Mandhan Yojana is there, Shramik Mandhan Yojana was also there. So these are pension schemes mainly, and people which are not covered by any other social security schemes, they will be covered here. But this limit of 15,000 rupees per month or below, then that these are there in the Shramik Mandhan Yojana. It is not there regarding the Laghu Vyaparis. The condition is that their turnover should not exceed 1.5 crore rupees. Okay, so that's the condition. So this is wrong. Second, there is no 100% contribution by the central government. It's 50-50 basis. 50% contribution is there by the Vyaparis, and 50% will be there by the central government. And 18 to 40 years of age group is allowed there, means from 80 to maximum 40 years of age of people, they can enroll in this scheme, and that is totally free. And the common service centers, they will help them in this enrollment, and self certification is the condition there. So it's very easy to enroll in this scheme, and they will get 3,000 rupees per month after 60 years of age. So that's an important pension scheme for the unorganized sector. So this is also wrong. D, none is the answer here. Voluntary and contributory pension scheme means it's not mandatory. Okay, and this is the condition. Annual turnover, they should not exceed 1.5 crore rupees, and pension of 3,000 rupees, and 50% share by the person and the beneficiary, and the 50% by central government on a monthly basis. Eligibilities, and they should not be that the income tax payers, and turnover, if it is more than 40 lakhs, then GSTN is required. Okay, otherwise it is not. So that's the case. Next, important news came when in US the MDH products, those were banned because salmonella bacteria was found into these samples. So salmonella is not an algae, it's a bacteria there. It's a dangerous one because it creates foodborne illnesses like salmonellosis we call it, and mainly diarrhea and all these troubles are created because this bacteria is found in intestines of humans and animals. So it's a bacteria and it is not useful, it's a harmful bacteria for humans. So D, none is the answer. Both the statements are wrong here. You can read in intestines of humans and animals it is found, and salmonellosis is the disease it causes. And additionally, the people can get this bacteria from unpasteurized milk, eggs, poultry or meats. Okay, and in US CDC means Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they found these samples and they told that a lot of deaths, around 450 deaths in US every year are caused by salmonella. So it's a dangerous bacteria, and that were found in the MDH sambar masala samples. Next, antimicrobial resistance, AMR, research and development hub. You see, AMR is a huge problem, one of the most dangerous problems in the modern world, where medical community is very much afraid of this situation because bacteria are evolving and they are becoming resistant for these antibiotics. So there may be a post antibiotic world we may have, and there people will start dying due to these common bacterial infections because bacteria are evolving very fast and many bacteria are becoming resistant day by day. So that's a really dangerous issue. Superbugs, you must have heard about them. Superbugs are those bacteria which are totally resistant regarding all the antibiotics which are available here. So a huge need is there for finding new antibiotics which are effective and they are not dangerous for humans also, because the consequences are there for all the antibiotics, like they damage livers, they damage other parts of the body. So some bacteria like E. coli, they are becoming resistant even for the last resort antibiotic called colistin. So if colistin is not putting any restriction there on this bacteria, then nothing can. And there are dangerous consequences and side effects of these antibiotics like colistin. So they are given as a last resort, but these are also not working for E. coli. So that's the dangerous condition. India has become a member recently of this this important hub, which was the initiative of G20 countries, not the G7 countries. So this is wrong and this is also wrong. India has become a new member of it. D, none is the right answer here. Global Antimicrobial Resistance Research and Development Hub. It was established in Berlin in the 71st session of WHO, and the initiative was by G20 leaders. So that's a very important issue, and they may ask any question regarding this problem. You see, AMR is related to tuberculosis in India especially, and where a lot of chills it is giving to medical community because bacteria are becoming more and more resistant. Next, bioterrorism. Recently our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh ji told about this issue, and it was the international platform where he was talking about this problem, because in the world today many problems are there and terrorism is the biggest threat, and bioterrorism can be a most dangerous form of terrorism. So what it applies means, is it regarding destroying the research? No. Is it regarding stopping the vaccines movements and all? Because in parts of Afghanistan and Pakistan, some information was there that these terror groups, they are stopping people from giving vaccines to kids because according to them this is creating or destroying the fertility in the males there. So these are dangerous ones, but this is not also the issue of bioterrorism. And snakes and snow leopards, they are not used here. The bioterrorism issue is related to intentional release of biological agents like bacteria, viruses or germs, or these are pathogens. So no bullets are required, no other things are required, only the germs, means the bacteria, viruses. If they can be sent to a population there, then people will die in huge numbers, means thousands or lakhs they may die due to these very harmful pathogens. So that is the issue of bioterrorism, and these can be used. So chemical weapons are different ones. These biological weapons or bioterrorism issue is extremely dangerous for this world. So D is the answer here, and they may ask you about these details. Okay, next, 1989 SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. Original act was passed in 1989, and it barred anticipatory bail. It was the issue of saving the Dalits from any kind of atrocities or tortures by the non-Dalit people. So only this is concerning with the non-Dalits communities which are inflicting pain on Dalits. So this second statement is wrong, because if the fight is there between these SC groups or the SC/ST groups, then this law will not be applicable. This law will be applicable only the party which is torturing the Dalits, that is non-SC/ST group. So this first statement is correct, because it barred the anticipatory bail, means the bail will not be given to the person, and that person can be arrested immediately by the police officer there. No permission is required. But Supreme Court last year gave an important verdict there, and a lot of cases of misuse of this act were there. So Supreme Court said that some conditions must be attached with it, and the permission should be taken before arresting the person there regarding the accusations are there. So a huge protest was there, and the populations from SC/ST groups, they came on road, and a lot of violent protests were there. So it became a huge political issue. So central government brought an amendment act regarding that, and they reinstated the original provisions of this act. So this happened last year in March, and now some issues there in the newspaper today. So the 3 judges bench will decide about this case. So first is correct, second is wrong. Only one is the right answer here. You can see this whole issue there, and the issues of atrocities regarding Dalits, they are also going on, and misuses are also going on. So both the things are going on in today's times, and things are very complex, because these are political issues always. Next, Tejas is the first supersonic fighter plane developed by HAL. No, it had developed a supersonic fighter plane earlier also. It is the second one, the light combat aircraft LCA Tejas. There was a news in February when I was making these PIB lessons for you. Then I asked about this issue, and I told you about that final operating clearance FOC has been given to the LCA Tejas light combat aircraft. It is the indigenous lightweight fighter plane, and it is developed by HAL, and design is created by Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA. So it's fully indigenous plane, and that's a really ambitious plane, and this issue is going on since 1980s. But this year it has got the final operating clearance, and it was to be there for Indian Air Force and Indian Navy. So for Indian Navy, the information is there today, that big leap it has taken, and it will be inducted into Indian Navy now. Upgraded version is created for that, because for the Navy a more potent and more capable engine was required, because you see these aircraft carriers are there, and these planes, they will have to take off from here. So the area is very small, and the length of the runway is very less. So that's why more powerful engines are needed, and the landing gear is also upgraded there. Stronger landing gear is there, because they have a limited space to land and take off there. So this is inducted into Indian Navy now. So this is the important information. They may ask you about that. Okay, initial operating clearance 1 was given in 2011, and the next second IOC was given in 13. Now FOC, final operating clearance, was given in February 2019. That's the issue. So this is wrong, and this is also wrong, because it is the second supersonic fighter plane. Supersonic means the speed is more than the sound's speed. So D9 is the answer here. Both the statements are wrong. HAL HF-24 Marut was the first supersonic plane which was developed by HAL. Okay, and second one is the Tejas, and Tejas Mark II, the upgraded version, that will be launched, and that will be produced by 2025 and 2026. Right now the Mark 1 is getting the FOC. The information is there, and the timeline is also given here. So that's very, very important. Next, Athi Varadar Festival. Athi Varadar Festival is there, which is going on in Kanchi city, which is there in Tamil Nadu. And the unique thing is that once in 40 years these celebrations are done. Last time it was 1979. Before that it was 1939, when this festival was going on, and a 45-day puja goes on for that, and this is going on in Tamil Nadu state, Ati Varadar festival. The information was there in a newspaper today, and the Hindu group has launched an important book for that issue. Okay, so that's really important. Next, K2-18b. This information was there in yesterday's newspaper. K2-18b is an exoplanet for sure. It was discovered in 2015 by NASA's Kepler spacecraft that is searching for newer exoplanets there. But you see, it is not found in Kuiper belt. You see, Sun is there in the center. Then these orbits of Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars is there. Then these asteroid belt, and then these gas giants are there. So after Uranus and Neptune, the orbit of Pluto is there, but Pluto is not a planet. After that, these important planetoids and all these important smaller bodies are there, and that's Kuiper belt at the edge of the solar system. So there it is not found. It is found outside of the solar system, because after the Kuiper belt, the range starts, which is the interstellar space, means the space between two stars. So Sun is a star, and there is a different star, means that is 1 light years away from us. There a red dwarf star is there, and around this red dwarf star, this K2-18b is orbiting. Earth-like conditions are found, means water is found in the atmosphere of it. But you see, it is not approachable for us. We cannot reach there in this life, because of 110 light years away it is there in the same galaxy, means Milky Way galaxy. And it is huge, means it is 8 times bigger than Earth's mass. So it is not close to Earth in size, mass, volume, and rotational periods. Those are different, but the conditions for life, they are certainly there. So that's important. In our solar system, only Earth and Mars, they both have these life-like conditions, means life can survive there. These kind of conditions are there. So there is a combination of size, gravity, speed, rotational days, temperature, all these conditions, atmosphere. If these are found, then only life can survive there. So these are called Goldilocks zones around these stars, where these kind of planets can be found. So the Goldilocks zone is a very famous phenomena where lives can be there. So lives can be found on K2-18b, and this is the first one outside the solar system that is a exoplanet, but it is not a Earth-like planet. It's the conditions are similar, but it's a huge planet. So second is wrong, and this is also wrong, because it is not found in the Kuiper belt there. D9 is the answer, and you can see it's very huge. 8 times the mass is twice as big. K2-18b orbits its star in the habitable zone, so it is also in the Goldilocks zone, you can say. Okay, so this is all for today. We will meet again tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Sani. PDF you will get here. Thanks a lot.